Hello everyone, how are you all doing today? So, in this session, we'll be proceeding with our learning journey on n8n workflow building, right? Automation. So, in the last session, we have seen how we can integrate LinkedIn account to our n8n workflows, right? So, which will allow us to create blog posts and post it to our account, analyze some topics, and then do a research and then post it on a regular basis to LinkedIn. So, these are the use cases. So, we'll be building that kind of automation today, right? So in the last session we have just done a test post. So today we'll be leveraging the OpenAI model, and then we'll be giving the prompt for asking it to generate a more professional LinkedIn post, right? So let's get started. Let me share my screen. I have logged into my n8n cloud account. Okay, so the steps to integrate OpenAI model to n8n remains the same on n8n cloud and self-hosted n8n on VPS, right? So I'm using today to demonstrate my n8n cloud instance. Okay, so let's get started. For that, let's start with a simple manual trigger node. Okay, and then the next will be my OpenAI model, right? So select the OpenAI message model. Okay, authenticate. To authenticate, right, you need to create new credentials. Okay, so once you create a new, click on create new credentials, just give some name as n8n LinkedIn API key. Okay, okay, I need to have fetch the API key. Okay, for that, LinkedIn, I always miss this. Okay. Okay, so I'll rename it as n8n LinkedIn API key. Okay, so to get this API key, follow this documentation. I need to obviously have a OpenAI account, right? So if you don't have a one, you can click on this create account, and then you can create your account with your Gmail ID, right? So I assume that everyone will have a ChatGPT account. So we just proceed with creating the API key, right? Click on this API keys page. Okay, you get to see your account, and here you need to click on this create new secret. Okay, create new secret and give some name as n8n LinkedIn API key, right? So create the secret key, copy this key, and then go back to your authentication screen and then paste it here. Okay, API key. Okay, then save it. So your connection is tested successfully and it is connected. So my account is connected. That is n8n LinkedIn API key. This is simple. Okay. So when the next step is I need to select a messaging model. So which model, and ensure that you always select the latest model, because you want to generate the content, right? You want to post it on your LinkedIn account. So you should not be posting any outdated content. So always select the latest model. Say for example, I just select the latest model available. The type will be text, because I'm not posting any image or a file. I'm posting a text message. So type will be text, and the role will be user. And here is where I'm giving the prompt, right? So just give a simple prompt like okay, so let's give a simple prompt. Say, generate a professional blog post about the latest trends in AI and automation. Okay, and the blog post should be of not more than 200 to 300 words. Okay, so this is my simple prompt. Okay, so my OpenAI model is integrated. Next step is to connect my LinkedIn account. So click on plus, click on LinkedIn and create post. Okay, in the last session we have already seen how we should be authenticating ourselves. So I've already authenticated with my ID. I'll be posting as a person. Okay, so sometimes it won't recognize. So it won't give you the person name. So try to reconnect it. Okay, if the session is expired or something, so it will not allow you to connect. So just try to reconnect. Okay, so connection is successful. Okay, connection is successful. Now go back. Okay, so select a post as a person and select the name of the person. Okay, I'm posting it on my behalf. So here I should add the text. Okay, that is generated by my OpenAI model. So since my last previous node is not executed yet, so I'm not able to add it. So what I have to do is I have to execute the previous node. So just click on execute previous node. That means it is executing my OpenAI model node. Okay. So once it is executed, I get the text. Okay. So select this text and drop it here in the text field. Okay. So this is my text. Okay. So just ensure, go back to the OpenAI model. Okay. As you can see, the output here. Just verify the output from your OpenAI model. Okay. So once you do that, once you confirm, then just execute this. So this is the output which I am trying to post on LinkedIn. If the output is not appropriate, so this is the output which you have, which this prompt has generated. So if you feel something is missing, you can just very well go and modify this prompt accordingly. Okay, to see the output generated. Okay, so okay, now in the LinkedIn node, right? So I've already authenticated and this text is already copied. So if I execute this, ideally, this particular output, this particular blog post should come to my LinkedIn account. So let me just go and see what is my LinkedIn, log into my LinkedIn account. See, as you can see, my last post was 22 hours back, right? So if I refresh and show you, see, my last post was 23 hours back, right? So now if I execute this step, so let me pin this and so that I get the exactly, because what is a use case of this pin, right? So when you pin this data, so this node will not get executed repeatedly, right? So it will take this output only as a input for your next node. Okay, so execute this step. See, your execution is successful. Now if I go back to my LinkedIn account and refresh, see now. So there is a article posted. The same thing is posted. Okay. Always like one thing also you have to make a note in your LinkedIn account. You always add the visibility when you are testing. Always add the visibility as connections so that your connections only will get the information, the blog post. It will not be visible to entire world, right? So don't make it public when you are testing it, right? So okay, so you can see, right? So my blog post is posted to my LinkedIn account, right? So this is how you can automate with OpenAI model. Okay, so this is actually a manual execution. So every time if you want to post, you need to go to the OpenAI model and then update your prompt accordingly on which topic you want to post, give that respective topic and update this prompt, right? So this is not a ideal way of doing it, right? So I want to further enhance this. Like I don't want to do it manually every time. So what I have to do is I don't want to manually go and trigger. So what I'll do, I'll delete this manual trigger and add a on schedule. Okay, on schedule. I want to trigger this workflow on a daily basis. At what time? Say for example at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. daily I want to execute. Okay, so I want to execute this on 10 a.m. daily. So I'll create this as on schedule. Okay, and if I connect this, so what will happen is it will daily at 10 a.m. when you publish this, so it will, this workflow will be active, and then on a daily basis at 10 a.m. it will get triggered. Okay, and it will trigger and it will execute this node. But this node again will execute, will try to generate the different blog posts only on this topic. So I don't want this to happen. So I want this to fetch different topics. Okay, those different topics, I want to keep it in a Google Sheet. And from the Google Sheet, this topic should be fetched and fed as an input to my model, and then it should generate the blog post. So for that, I'll integrate my Google Sheet. So before the model, before the OpenAI model, I'll integrate my Google Sheet. Okay, my Google Sheet, and I'm trying to get a row from Google Sheet. Okay. So I've authenticated already with my, we have already seen how this authentication works in our previous videos, right? So you can go and refer to those, link of which I'll give in the description section, right? So this is the account which I am already logged in, and sheet within the document, okay, and get a row. So what is the document? I am selecting one of the document where I have the sheet as topic. I'll show you what that sheet has, right? What this is a sheet, okay, LinkedIn blog post, and the topic is the Excel sheet, right? So what is the content of it? Say for example, I have just added for sample two contents, right? Two rows. One is master AI fundamentals, which will give you an overview of artificial intelligence and all those. And then second is prompt engineering. So both of it has having what is the significance of adding the status column, right? So whenever this workflow is executed, right? So I'll give a status as pending. I'll explain you why I have done that. Okay. So whenever this this node is executed, get row from this particular Excel with this name and this sheet, and get what row. Okay, refer to the column status and value pending. Okay, this is a value which I have in my sheet. Okay, this value, refer to this row, get this row. Okay, so but now in this sheet you can see there are two rows having the same value pending. So which one to fetch? So for that I have to say return on first matching row. Okay, so select this. So what it does is it will go to the sheet, and whichever is the first row matching the value, it will fetch that content. So that means this content should be fetched. So let me just verify that. Okay, so if I execute this step, see, it has fetched the first row. Okay, pending. So this is my first row. It has fetched. It has not gone to the second because this is a first occurrence. So it has fetched the first row. So it's perfectly working fine. So let me pin this. I don't want to execute it repeatedly. Let me pin this. Okay, and I want to connect this to my OpenAI model. Okay, so if I open this, okay, and execute. So this is my first row content from the sheet. And if I execute, I have to update the prompt. Okay, I have to, in the prompt, I have to tell what is the content it has to fetch, right? So generate a professional LinkedIn blog post about the latest trends in, this is the description of it. I need to elaborate more on this and then generate a blog post. So generate a professional blog post about the latest, about what? About not the latest in automation. I want about this description. So just click and drag and drop it here where you want the content to be, right? So generate a professional LinkedIn blog post about this description. Okay, the post should be engaging, informative, and approximately 200 to 300 words. Okay, this is what I have updated. Okay, now if I execute this step, I need to unpin the previous results. Okay, unpin that and then execute this. See, it has executed. So now this time I'm getting a different output. Okay, about this topic. What is artificial intelligence? And it is also talking about AI, ML, deep learning, generative AI, right? So all those topics, it is machine learning, deep learning. Okay, this content. So you can see the schema, display different various display options, output options you can verify. Okay, so this step is executed. Let me pin this again. I don't want this to execute again. Now open this. Okay, now what is happening? Whatever is this output generated, that I need to post it to my account, LinkedIn account. So this time I'll just select the visibility as connection. So this post should be visible to only my connections. So ensure that you are, when you're testing, you're selecting this. Okay, so execute the step. Okay, my step is executed. Now this time I should get this demystifying artificial intelligence blog post, right? If I go to my LinkedIn account, so this was my previous post. If I refresh this, okay, I'm getting the new post. Okay, that is generated by my OpenAI model. Okay, it talks about machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, artificial general intelligence, super intelligence, artificial super intelligence. So what is the AI future of AI, right? So this is automatically posted. So this is how you can, you have seen that how we can automate our workflow. Since we have changed various parameters, it is giving you this on in orange, right? So let me just unpin. So now see, the one more issue with this flow is, now when you are first time executing, it has taken the first occurrence, okay, first row. Now when you execute it again, so your first row, first occurrence of pending is still there's the same, right? Now what you want to do is, whenever this first row is executed and a blog post is already posted to my LinkedIn account, I need to mark this as completed, right? So I don't want to do this manually. I want this also to be automated. So what I have to do is, whenever this blog post is completed, blog posting to my LinkedIn account is completed, I need to append this row, append and modify this row and mark this as completed, so that my first pending status will be the next row. So for that, what you have to do is, you have to add one, again, a Google Sheet node. Okay, this time you need to add a row as update row in the sheet. Okay, this node you have to add. So which is the sheet that you am updating? This is the sheet, and this is the topic. Topic is the Excel sheet, one of the Excel sheet in that. So what I have to update, match on, you always have to match on one primary key, like say for example serial number. So always match this serial number, whatever, when you execute, this will become 2, and second time it will become 2. So match on this and the value that you want to update. So I don't want to update video title, I don't want to update video description, I want to update the status. So I want to update it as completed. Okay, so now if I execute this, okay, I execute. To test this out, let me delete this blog post. Okay, now I'll run the workflow again. Here it has to fetch the first row again, and after the post is completed, it has to mark this as completed, right? So if I execute this workflow, okay, its workflow is executed successfully. You can see workflow executed successfully. Now I have to see the blog post, right? So if I refresh my LinkedIn account, so I see the blog post. Okay, and if I see my Excel sheet, see the first row is marked as completed because the posting is done, right? So if I, this is my first row, let me refresh and see it is executed again. Okay, for the second time, okay, for the second execution, if I execute this second time, it should fetch the second row. That is, it should be talking about a blog post about prompt engineering, right? So if I execute this again, okay, I need to unpin all those things. Okay, sorry, I need to unpin this. I need to unpin this. It's not going to the second. Okay, now if I see my Google Sheet is completed. So the second occurrence is This one. First occurrence of pending is the second row. Okay. Now if I execute this step again, okay, workflow is executed successfully. Now if I go to my LinkedIn account and refresh, I'm getting a blog post on prompt engineering. Okay. See all the blog posts on prompt engineering, connect the prompting techniques, key principle of effective prompting, real world applications, all those I'm getting. This is the prompt. This is a blog post, right? Now in my Excel, see Excel, it has, since it has completed this, it has marked as completed. So this is my perfect, this is my workflow, right? So it's not a perfect workflow. You can still think and add your innovation, and then you can make it perfect. Okay. Okay. So what we have done is, in this workflow, we have scheduled a trigger every day at 10 a.m. and it will get fetch the content from this Excel with all the topics and content. It will fetch the content from the Excel, all the rows one by one, and whichever status shows pending, the first pending status row, it will fetch, and then it will feed it to the chat GPT model. Ensure that you are selecting the latest model to get the latest blog post with the latest content. Okay, ensure that, and then you connect your LinkedIn account and you, whatever is the output from your OpenAI model, that will be posted onto your LinkedIn, and the once it is processed, it will mark the column as mark the row and the status column as completed. So likewise, you can go on adding how many ever topics you want, right? You want to research, or you have research, or you want to add to your LinkedIn account, you can add those many rows and schedule this for a month. Correct? You can schedule this. If you have a Excel with 30 rows, then it will run for 30 days, and every day at 10 a.m. your blog post will be there in your LinkedIn account. Okay, so this is how you can automate. So I hope you have understood a new way of automating your LinkedIn post, right? I hope you are able to appreciate how this AI automation will be helpful in your daily task, right? So it's not about only LinkedIn post. You can automate anything, any repetitive task that you are doing. So this is just one of the examples, right? Go and see what are those repetitive tasks that you are doing on a daily basis, and which you can automate on n8n. So that's all I have for today. Thanks for joining. Have a good day ahead. Bye bye.